Hey guys, this is Melock here doing my video review for Geometry Wars Retro Evolved 2. Now, I recently became a huge Geometry Wars fan. I played the trial game and I literally fell in love with the game. So I bought Geometry Wars 1 and I played it a lot. And now that Geometry Wars 2 is out, I'm just so excited because this game is even better than ever. Right up from the moment you fire it, you notice if you press single player, well, right when I first started I saw it has multiplayer now, which I was pretty amazed for, but sadly it's only local, it's not Xbox Live multiplayer. But you know what, that's okay. In multiplayer you can do co-op and you can do all of the 6 new game modes here. You got Deadline, which is basically a lot like, well, okay, you got Evolved first. You got Evolved, which is exactly like, it's the old school mode, where you just last as long as you can. And then you got Deadline, which is a lot like Evolved, where you have about 3 minutes to get as the biggest score as you can. Next you have King, which I will be showing off right now. And right off the bat, you get a very nice, opening part. And when you first start it, when I first started playing this, I noticed that after each creature that you kill, they drop these little green things called geoms, and they basically increase your score. So it's very easy to get 1,000,000 points now. My high score on this king is 5,720,035. So yeah. And you also get better soundtrack, so new music, which is good. Now, this mode, King, basically, if you're wondering why I'm not firing when I go out of the circles, it's because you can't. You can only fire when you go into the circles and the enemies cannot enter. Now, you just have to basically last as long as you can and collect as many geoms going from circle to circle. And just get as high a score as you can. So yeah, that's pretty much King for you. And you don't get bombs, of course. Now, enemies can't enter the circle, so you gotta destroy as many as you can. And the circles eventually die out on you. They turn red and grow smaller, so you gotta go from circle to circle. Next up is Pacifism, which is basically you're not allowed to fire, but you have to go through these new enemies called, I don't even know what they're called, but you can actually pass through them and it'll kill them, and they'll also explode. So it'll kill any enemies around them. But if you touch the orange parts, you'll die. Boom, like that. So you gotta watch out for that. But Pacifism is basically a game where you cannot fire. You can't fire at all. And you gotta last as long as you can. Going through, just getting a huge score doing this. Going through each of these things. And it's incredibly addictive, because enemies after enemy will just come after you, and there will literally be tons of enemies coming at you, just flying all over the place. Like in a minute here. Oh god, here we go. Collecting geoms as I go. Oh god. They're everywhere. As you can see, literally tons of enemies just storm your screen. But that's pretty cool. Waves is another one. Basically, you get these new enemies, these little arrow dudes, and they go in the direction that they're pointing, and then they turn around and go in that direction. And they just keep going back and forth like that. And what waves basically is, you just gotta deal with them. You just gotta dodge all these enemies, very much like Evolved. Just keep on dodging them and get as many points as you can. Which is pretty fun. And other enemies come at you too. And the new pink enemies right there, those are some new enemies. And basically the pink guys, they move really slow, and they're basically the worst enemies, because they won't really do much. Now you can see I'm just trying to survive here. Oh god. I'm just gonna shoot at everything. Yeah, god. It's crazy though, that's why I love it. Now, the pink enemies from the original game, they are now purple-ish. They're really kind of light purple / pink, I think. And they still do explode, What's another enemy? Well, we'll see them all. Now this is the hardest one. I have not yet passed this. It's called Sequence. And basically you go through these 20, I think, no, not 20. Well, yeah, 20 levels of challenges where you'll have to destroy all the enemies within 30 seconds. And if you fail to destroy all the enemies within 30 seconds, you'll lose all the points and fail the room. But you will still move on. But if you fail in the 30 seconds, there are the pink guys, by the way. If you fail within 30 seconds, you move on to the next stage. Or if you die, you move on to the next stage. And you only get several lives. So you just gotta keep on clearing it out. I can see the pink things are still there. That's what I call them, pink things. I really hate the guys that split into two. Because I die mostly from them, but whatever. Green guys are back, and they're even harder than ever to dodge. You gotta literally dodge almost everything you got. And oh god, here we go. It's very hard. I've gotten all the way to the last 2 stages, and I just keep dying. It's incredibly hard. But if I do pass it, I will post a video of it on YouTube, so yeah. As you can see, you only get 1 rate of fire, but in multiplayer you can get different rates, which is good. But this rate of fire actually spreads out, so I guess that's a good thing. And oh my goodness. So yeah. And yes, you still do get bombs. I will show it off here. So yeah. It's still the incredibly fun, addictive game you come to know. Yes, you still got leaderboards for each and every mode. And the achievements, actually, I've gotten every single achievement except for 2. So the achievements are pretty challenging. And yeah, Geometry Wars 2, great game. I give it, since this is an Xbox Live Arcade game, I give it a, I guess an 8 out of 10. If this were like a real game, I would give it a 9, but Xbox Live Arcade, not much of a game, just an arcade game, but whatever. 8 out of 10, it's a great game. And so yeah, if you're a Geometry Wars fan, definitely go get this game. I strongly recommend it. Or if you're just looking for a game that is really gives you the adrenaline that you're looking for, this is definitely the game to have. It is a lot of fun. I haven't done multiplayer yet because I don't have anyone to play with yet, but I'm sure that's great too. I've seen multiplayer. You can do co-op with all the game modes, or you can do versus with all the game modes. And they have power-ups you can use and all that. But it's incredibly addictive. Definitely go pick it up. Oh, it's a little bit pricey, I have to say. I spent, I think, 15 bucks on it. I don't know. Oh yeah, another thing about these little lines, these little line enemies, if you shoot, you can't kill them at all. The only way you can kill them is by passing through them, but you can actually fire your shots like a rebound, and that's actually one of the achievements. You know, God, that black hole's about to explode. But you know what? Whatever. So, yeah, that's my video review for Geometry Wars Retro Evolve 2. Go pick it up, play it out, play the trial game. You will enjoy it, I promise you. And 8 out of 10.